Podcast Network. This is the Lifestyle Live Podcast.
Faces you know and a team you can trust. Stories that form your heart. Lifestyle Live. Lifestyle Live.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my site softer?
Can I make my site firmer?
Can we sleep cooler?
Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side. Your Sleep Number setting. It's the Sleep Number biggest sale of the year. All beds on sale, up to 50% off the limited edition smart bed. Limited time. All Sleep Number smart beds offer temperature solutions for your best sleep. Check it out at a Sleep Number store or sleepnumber.com today.
Searching for a romantic summer getaway? Escape with Rich Girl Summer, the new Audible original from Lily Chu. The exquisitely talented Philippa Sue, returning to narrate her 5th Lily Chu title. This time, Philippa is joined by her real-life husband, Stephen Pasquale. Set in Toronto's wealthy cottage country, aka the Hamptons of Canada, Rich Girl Summer follows the story of Valerie, a down-on-her-luck event planner posing as a socialite's long-lost daughter, while piecing together the secrets surrounding a mysterious family and falling deeper and deeper in love with the impossibly hard-to-read and infuriatingly handsome family assistant, Nico. Caught between pretending to belong and unexpectedly finding where she truly fits in, Valerie learns her summer is about to get far more complicated than she ever planned. She's in over her head and head over heels. Listen to Rich Girl Summer now on Audible. Go to audible.com/richgirlsummer.
Lifestyle Live.
All right, it is almost summertime, and that means it's important to keep those pets happy and healthy this season. And we have the guy who can help us do that. Dr. Jeff Werber, Emmy Award-winning celebrity veterinarian to the Hollywood stars, is here to talk about the biggest tips and trips to beat the heat while having fun with your pets. Welcome. Thanks for being here.
Well, thanks for having me. It's a very, very great topic, especially this time of year, because coming out of winter, and again, one of the biggest nutritional diseases affecting pets is obesity. So now is your chance to get out and start running and start playing and start having them swim. But guess what? You got to go slow. They were sitting on the behinds all winter long, right? So now it's time to, ease back in some, basic things. We're coming halfway through what we call National Fetch Day. And so now it's time to sort of ease them into the exercise routine. What I recommend, first of all, is beat the heat. So early in the morning, later in the afternoon. And also remember that pavement stays hot for quite a while. And there's some parts of the country where, you don't want to walk until they're, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock at night. And again, for short-haired dogs, and especially dogs like one of mine who loves being on their back, you got to be careful because dogs can get sunburned. It really is true.
Oh, wow.
And if you have pools, one of my I5 dogs, one of them is a yellow lab, and I joke that the baby gate around our pool is not to protect against my grandkids. It's to keep him out of the water because he will go nuts. So you want to find things that really engage them, they can have fun. So, you think about Fetch Day. In fact, I was at a conference not too long ago, and I saw some things that I thought were really great. There's a line, it's Chuck It, and it's like a super lightweight. You can find these in the store. And this is the bumper, and this is called Zip Light, and it is waterproof, lightweight. They can sit, they run, they breathe, they swim. They absolutely have a blast. So things like that are important. And then, of course, outside, like what if you have a dog that loves to run? You go to the park. So make sure you take plenty of stops, plenty of breaks, bring ample supplies of water. And early on, interestingly, like when we start running around barefoot, we get blisters. Yeah. Also get blisters. So between the heat and the abrasion, so you got to be careful. You go to the beach, you got to make sure that they're not like if you throw a ball at the beach, they chase the ball. Do you think they're just picking up the ball or also some sand?
Yeah.
And they can get something called sand impaction. Oh, wow. So, it's all these things make a difference. And also when you have a dog that plays fetch and he's got that ball in his mouth and he's panting, it's tough for him to breathe. So look for things that are cool. Chuck It has a whole line out there. They're basically, it's stuff that it's the wheel. See how it's hollow?
So so they can breathe through it as they're
football. So while it's in their mouth,
they're getting that air.
So you got to be innovative. You have to look for things that they enjoy. Keep them active. Keep them animated. And for both of you, when I think about the bond between us and our pets, what better way to do it when you're playing with them, having them chase, running? that engagement is so critical to our relationship that it keeps them happy. So it's a matter of just using your little head, being smart and preventive, and anticipating the problems that could happen and make sure they don't.
Is it safe to assume, especially during the summer, that if you're hot and you're sweating, that your pup is probably feeling the same way?
Not only is that true, it's a great point, but dogs also love us so much that even if we don't, we have to read our dogs. In other words, if they're sitting there, I mean, they're really panting, that's a clue site. Find a shaded spot, sit down, let them rest, give them some water, right? And it's just a matter of us anticipating what shape they're in. And that's why we don't like to exercise in the middle of the day. Yeah. Because heat stroke is very, very common. And when it happens, you're probably out miles away from your car, from the closest animal hospital, and it is very dangerous. So the whole idea is, Rome wasn't built in a day. You don't have to sit there and get them from 0 to 60 on the first day of exercise. It's a whole process of working up to them. And hey, it's good for both of you.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it works out perfectly because I think as humans, we hit that time too, right? It starts to get warmer and you go, all right, I got to get out and do something, but I'm not going running at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm probably going to do it before and after work sort of thing.
Correct. And also understand, you said a great point. Sometimes I'll see a guy on a bike with that golden, beautiful retriever or Labrador running behind the bike at 2 p.m. I'm thinking, what's and I feel like stopping, saying, hey, don't do that, because that dog's not going to stop because he wants to be with you. Yeah. And he's going to just wear himself out, not to mention the pads of the feet. Sure. Yeah. Always great information with you, Dr. Werber. We appreciate your time as always, and get all those puppers outside and do it safely. That's absolutely. Thanks for having me, and everyone have a good, safe summer out there.
Lifestyle Live. Lifestyle Live.
From the All Indiana Podcast Network, this is the Lifestyle Live Podcast. Thank you for listening. Be sure to like, follow, and subscribe to this podcast wherever you get your podcasts. And connect for even more on Facebook and at lifestylelive.tv.
Faces you know and a team you can trust. Stories that form your heart.